What up, everybody? In this video I'm going to be talking about hooks and rods and how they go together. You won't want to miss this one. Let me sit down first. Alright guys, so first things first, I'm going to get right into it. If you're using a bait that has treble hooks, whether it be anything, a moving bait or a topwater bait, you're going to want to use a medium, fast, or moderate. You can get away with either fast or moderate. The thing is, they're treble hooks, so they're not a single hook. When you get that hook set, it's not going to be a solid penetration on one hook with the barb. It's going to be maybe two, and maybe even a set of two. And most people that start fishing think that, oh, treble hooks, you never lose fish, they're amazing. Treble hooks are good because there's so many, hooks on them. But that's not the case, because basically when you get a hook set of a treble hook, it's not going to go penetrating all the way in. It's kind of grab it like a claw. That's why people say you want to use a moderate action rod. But for me, when I'm talking about topwater, like spooks or like a whopper plopper or something, and you need to work that bait, I like the fast action tip. With those treble hooks, you're going to want to do a nice hook set on the side, not too crazy hard, not even, it's going to be a solid motion. It's basically going to be like that. Treble hooks, use a medium. You can use a fast or a moderate action rod, doesn't matter, but use a medium. Okay, that's off the bat. So I have a lot of hooks in here. I'm going to do the basic hooks. I'm not going to go into some crazy crap. But this is going to be a video talking about hooks and the rods that will go with it that will help you get a good hook set and help you keep that fish on. So I'm going to start with a easy hook everyone knows. It's going to be your worm hook, your round hook. It's this is a offset with a round hook. It's a basic hook. So these are simple. There's no explaining it. It's as simple as you use a medium fast. You can use a medium heavy fast, but that's overkill with this little hook. This hook is good for your Texas rigging, your small like lizards or worms, and that's basically all I use it for. You can also use it for flukes, but that's your round. This is around like a size 2/0. Use a medium fast. A next step up is your typical EWG. This is a 3/0. This is your like crawfish Texas rig, your bigger Texas rigs. You can also throw like worms and flukes on here. They just have a wider gap. That's why it's called an EWG, extra wide gap. So with these, it's simple. I use a medium heavy. Now if you're using this hook and you're using a small lizard or a small worm and you barely have any weight on it, you can get away with a medium fast. But with EWGs, I prefer to use bigger soft plastics like your craws. That's basically all I use these for, is craws, maybe something else a little bit bigger. And I'll use a medium heavy fast. That's what you're going to want. They're a little bit thicker than your round 2/0. This is a 3/0. Alright, next is going to be, we're going to talk a little bit about finesse. I'm going to take out a few of these hooks that are basically the same. So you got your shaky head hook. This is a 2/0 round. Yeah, 2/0 round. You're going to want to use, I use a spinning rod and I use a medium fast. That's what you're going to want to use. This is a Ned hook for the Ned rigs. This is small and I use a medium light fast. You can even use a light fast, but I don't. Use a medium light, use a medium light fast. That's what you're going to want to use with these. Yeah. Next hook is the Wacky rig hooks. These are small. I would use a medium fast on these. With these hooks and shaky head hooks and Ned rig hooks, your hook set is going to be a straight up, but not like a Texas rig. It's just going to be like a straight up hook set, and it's not going to be hard at all. Especially with the Ned rig when it's a medium light. You just want to boom. you know, the shaky head and the drop shot, you want a little boom, a little harder, not much though. So wacky rig, you're gonna want to use a medium fast. You can get away with the medium light fast, yeah, but your worm might be a little heavy to cast. It might be too heavy for your medium light rod. All right, the next style of hooks would be swim bait hooks. You know, you got these little swim bait hooks. They got the weight on the bottom of the bend and also a weight on the front with the eyelid. And it is a EWG, but it is small. I would use a medium fast with these. Just because it's a EWG doesn't mean use medium heavy, because it's really small EWG. I'd use a medium. You know, we got to step up. It's an EWG. It's a little wider. I would use a medium heavy on this. And then everything up here, I'd use a medium heavy on this, which is a round, but it's like a 2/0, 3/0, it's like a 3/0 round swim bait jig head. It's a thicker one. Same with these. I'd use a medium heavy for these too. Okay, now you guys are probably like, okay, well, you haven't even talked about heavy rods or extra heavy rods, and that's because those are for specific baits. I'd use a heavy for a topwater frog, the one that you're walking, or any frog basically. And then I would use an extra heavy for a punching rig, and that's basically it for me. You know, there's a few other baits you can throw on a heavy or an extra heavy. When you're throwing a frog and you're throwing like 60-pound braid, you don't need an extra heavy. You can use a heavy. Now when it comes to like everything else on the rod, if you're curious about that, whether it be the length of the rod, do micro guides matter, you know, when to use moderate, I have all those covered on my other videos. Alright guys, that is it for this video. I covered most of it. I didn't cover specific baits. I just covered hook sizes. So, if you're talking about hook sizes that are on specific baits, whether it be a chatterbait or a spinner bait or something like that, I'd use a medium heavy and I'd use a moderate on those. Watch a video. I have a video on that too. Alright guys, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please subscribe and go down below, give it a thumbs up, give me a comment for any tips or anything I got wrong in this video if you have a comment on that. Thank you guys, have a good day.